So here's going to be a little unique training right now. We're going to talk about it for managers and for sales reps. This is actually knocking with sales reps on the door. It's actually a two-part system right here, okay? It's not just the manager's job, but it's also the rep's job to be very aware, ready to go, taking constructive criticism well, so on and so forth. So I'm going to go through a few different points of how you guys can knock better together to make the most effective time use out of the hour to hour and a half that your manager knocks with you. So the first point is actually watch, okay? So from a manager perspective, you need to watch the rep, okay? Watch and hold your tongue. Don't say anything at all. Let them stumble over themselves. Watch their pitch from start to finish. When you first get with a rep, make sure you start off with this notion. Then take notes on body language, metaverbal, verbal communication. Also, guys, take notes on the analogies or ways that you would have gone about the pitch a little bit different. Make sure you're taking notes. Don't just sit there and listen because you will not remember. The most effective way to give criticism, good criticism, and good feedback to the sales rep is by taking good quality notes overall. Focus a lot on their transitions, on how their reaction is, active listening, and even especially on closing. The three top things to focus on is definitely transition, reactions, and then closing. Those are the top three things, in my opinion, to focus on when you're watching a sales rep do their pitch. Now, while you're watching them, I want you to either film them or voice record them. After the first time you see them do a pitch, you'll notice if you should be filming them based off their body language being off or voice recording them because their tone of voice and their metaverbals doesn't really match up fully. So film or voice record them and then be ready to teach them that afterwards. As a rep, pretend like your manager is not there. I know that's incredibly a lot easier said than done, but be ready for that, okay? Pretend like they're not even there. Go about your day as if they're not there and do your pitch. You are in control. They're not going to step in for you and save the sale, okay? Last thing is this, be ready for constructive criticism. One of the hardest things to do for a manager is when we get to a rep and they can't take the criticism. They expect a sale or something like that. They expect us to gift them something, and that's the reason why they want us to knock with them. So please be ready for that. Take that constructive criticism well. All right, guys, so the next point after you watch them do what they're doing is teach them. The first thing I want you to do is take out the voice recording or the film, watch it with the rep, and have the rep point out what they feel like they could have done better. When you watch it or when you listen to yourself as a sales rep, it's very easy to see, and you're your worst critique, okay? So you'll be able to see what stuff you should have done better overall, okay? Don't overwhelm the sales rep with too many things to focus on. Only pick out 2 or 3 maximum, but besides skill set, I want you to focus on intangibles. Things like between the doors, mentality, making it fun, your schedule that you follow, and then especially area management. When you are teaching this rep how to knock doors, teach them about area management. Teach them about the intangibles of in between, how to make it fun, how to make it more enjoyable, okay? After you've done this, you've watched it, you've given them some feedback so far, role play with them at this point. Listen to them, role play back and forth, get to know it a lot better. Then tell the rep a day you will be following up with them for accountability purposes. You need to tell them when you're going to actually be following up with them, and you need to make sure to follow up with them, okay? This process is very key. You can't just give them pointers and then not follow up. It will go in one ear and out the other. They'll forget to do it. And if you don't follow up, then they'll never respect you after that. So make sure you follow up, okay? After you've gone over the recordings, after you've given them some pointers, then at this point, it's time for you to show them how to do it as well. All right, so the last point, guys, is show. At this point, as a rep, there's a couple big things. One, do not expect the manager to gift you a sale. They're there to teach you, they're there to show you how it's done, but they got to make their money as well. Second, tell the manager what you noticed from their pitch. You point things out that they did well. Point those out and talk about those. Third, take meticulous notes as a sales rep. You make sure to note down all the things you liked. Voice record them, film them. You watch them so you can follow up afterwards. It's really frustrating for a manager when a rep doesn't take our time with them when we're knocking doors very seriously, when it's almost like we're pulling them from door to door. So please be meticulous with it. Take a ton of notes, pay attention, and follow up with things as well. As a manager, stay with the rep for good multiple talks. Do not stay with them for just 1 or 2 doors or 10 doors knocked. It's got to be good multiple talks. Show the rep what you do between doors and have them take notes of it, okay? Don't just talk about the skills and stuff, but show them the in-between, the ins and outs. And then also give feedback after every conversation of why you did what you did, what analogies you use, why'd you take the path this way? Hey, sales rep, did you notice what I did here, or this analogy, or this question? Things like that, okay? So again, guys, Knocking with Reps is a two-road street, okay? It's 2 lanes. It's the rep and the sales manager. You both have to be focused in this. You both have to be giving your pointers and be very focused and actually following through with this.